Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about the important models that you need to know the names of for the exam. So let's get started. Here's a quick overview of all of the neural network architectures that you need to know for this exam of by heart. Need to know all of them and how they're structured. I'm joking. Of course, you don't need to know all of these by heart. That would be too much. This is called the neural network zoo. I just wanted to show you this because it's a lot of fun to see how many different architectures there are. And this is just a subset of the architectures. If you'd like to search more, there's a link in the description, or like over there at in the bottom right, there's a reference. And basically, yeah, just look for neural network zoo. Now let's move on to the models you actually need to know for the exam. There's only a few of them. So the first one you need to know about is a transformer. What you need to know for this exam is that it is the architecture that goes into foundation models, the most powerful foundation models these days. That's all you need to know. Next one is GPT, or Generative Pre-trained Transformer. This architecture, as we discussed previously in the course, this architecture comes from the transformer. If you look closely, you'll see it's like a part of the transformer. It's this part over here. It's called the decoder. You don't even need to know that for the exam. All you need to know is that even more precise, we said transformer goes into the foundation models, or is in the heart of foundation models, the most powerful ones. Well, actually, to be even more precise, it's actually the GPT model, the decoder-only part of a transformer, or generative pre-trained transformer, that's in the heart of the most powerful foundation models. It is able to generate human-like text. That's all you need to know for the exam. Now, if you take the transformer and you take this left part, you will get a BERT model. So you can see this part, architecture, is actually over here. And this is called a bidirectional encoder representation from transformers. It is powerful, but it cannot generate human-like text like GPT. What it can do, and this is something you do need to know for exam, you need to know that BERT models are able to classify sentences and paragraphs and provide sentiment analysis. So basically, you give BERT a sentence or paragraph, and it will be able to say, this sentence or paragraph is positive. This sentence or paragraph is negative. So it's able to take that input and provide a classification or sentiment analysis. That you do need to know for the exam. The next one is ResNet. So this might come up on your exam. Just as one of like the options that you will have to select from. ResNet deals with images. Just remember that. ResNet, and Res stands for residual. As you can see here, the image goes through this, like these layers of the neural network. All of these, by the way, all of these architectures that you see in there are actually neural networks. This is just a fancy way of drawing them. So the image goes through this architecture, and then as it goes through, like there are these residual connections. So it helps remember what it was thinking about previously. That's all you need to know. Just remember, ResNet is for images. Next one, WaveNet. It's in the name, but also good to know that WaveNet produces audio. So it synthesizes human-like speech. That's the output. The output is the audio. Next one is GANs, or it stands for Generative Adversarial Networks. These networks have two parts. There's a generator, basically a generative network over here that generates the image, and then in the same architecture there is a discriminator, or is also called like a what is it called? A critic. There's a critic in the same architecture. So part of the architecture generates images. The other part is like, oh, this looks like a fake image. This doesn't look real enough. And so they keep fighting like that until the image gets better and better and better. So it's not just about images. What you need to know for the exam is that GANs can be used and are used for synthesizing or creating synthetic data. So in a machine learning or some kind of challenge problem that you don't have enough data, you can use GANs to create synthetic data to add to your data set, and then use that data set to train a model, like a different model using that data. So that's what GANs can be used for. And RNNs are recurrent neural networks, recurrent neural networks. They are the precursor to transformers. They used to be the state of the art for analyzing text. They no longer are, but they can still be used for analyzing time series data. So just remember that RNNs can be used for time series. that's all you need to know. You just need to know these, 7 architectures for the exam, just roughly what each name of which one of those does. And here's a quick summary for you. So just read this and you will be good to go. On that note, I look forward to seeing you back here next time. And until then, enjoy the cloud.